And suddenly, the poop is on fire.
I've been working way too hard for this shit.
And suddenly, and suddenly, and suddenly, and suddenly, the poop is on fire.
I've been working way too hard for this shit.
The poop is on fire. The poop is on fire. And suddenly, the poop is on fire.
I've been working way too hard for this shit. I've been working way too hard for this shit.
The poop is on fire. 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 The poop is on fire.
I've been working way too hard for this shit.
Hey everybody, thank you for coming in. There's Matt. Sorry if you hear a fan, but that's my air conditioning and I would die without it. Okay, so I wasn't gonna go live tonight, but I got a message earlier from a friend and I decided to go live. I'm revamping my channel. I did a lot of unlistings of videos today. And I have a whole list now in my members only section that are interviews of the past of things that I've done. So if you are interested in viewing those are all members only now. But yeah, so I, however, did not unlist live streams from last year or this year yet, because I still need the hours, but the previous years, there are no more lives listed. And I will be changing a lot of things around as well. I'm going to be super busy with Fred in the school year anyway, but there's going to be some changes coming up. I also wanted to mention that I no longer have WhatsApp. I deleted it. I'll tell you why. I was in several groups, and one particular group goes all day long with nothing but talk. And if you have WhatsApp on your phone, then you will know that it takes up a shit ton of space on your phone. So what I was doing is I was doing videos, and then I couldn't upload any more videos on my phone. And my main culprit, I don't have any apps. I don't play games on my phone or anything. So I'm like, what is going on? So my culprit was WhatsApp. So I completely took it off my phone and freed up a ton of space. So there's that. Also, oh my gosh, there's people in here. So let me go ahead and just start from the top. So Garden State Gardener's here. Hello, Skinner Farms. Thank you for coming in. And Matt's here, obviously. Green Granny, thank you. Here. Yeah, that's another thing is nobody used WhatsApp. I had a Wide Family Farm group on there and nobody talked. And I had maybe 2 people that talked. Fiona, the White Zulu, talked on there, and that was pretty much it. So there was no point in me having the WhatsApp group anymore. So I completely took it off my phone, and so far so good. The only apps I have is Instagram, and I have Facebook. So if you have me on those, you can message me on this. What else? Okay. So this is what's going on. You guys know me, and you know since I got screwed over doing a GoFundMe like 3 years ago, that I told myself that I will never do a GoFundMe ever again. I will never promote anybody's GoFundMe ever again. This is I'm like stuck with a rock and a hard place because I would love to promote people and their things that they have going on. I know Joe had a GoFundMe that was really important to him. And I can't donate to everybody. I don't have money. This is my job. So I don't have money. However, I can't afford to donate to everybody and all their little things that everybody has going on. However, my friend Sherry from Two Family Homestead actually helped me get to where I am today, helped me with my YouTube channel. There was many times like I would like question something and I didn't know who to talk to, and I would message her and she would get back to me. So I always prided myself, once I figured things out, I always kind of prided myself saying, like, if someone in my group or if one of my members has an issue, they can like message me or they can email me and I can help them out as much as I can. With that being said, I got screwed over doing that as well. So it seems no matter how much you help people, it's not good enough. So with that being said, and not to make this a negative point because it's not negative, I wanted to help Sherry out as much as I can. If you know Two Family Homestead, they have about 17,000 subscribers. They really helped out my channel. I've actually met them and they came to my house. So they're great people. Sherry, about a year ago, fell. Sherry's been having, okay, this is actually really sad, but they came to our house and they were going to have a Mid-Ohio meetup. They were planning to have, it was called the Buckeye Sizzler, actually. And they were going to have a huge Mid-Ohio meetup and everybody was going to come. Well, Sherry became sick. She had bariatric surgery, and throughout the years or something went terribly wrong and she got really sick. I'm like sick to the point where she almost died. So later on, she fell from her recliner, and it's been about a year now, and she has not been able to walk. And she has massive medical bills. Now, I am not one to push this. I am not one for GoFundMes, and because I've been burned big time. And so, however, I think it's super important that I support her because she has supported me throughout the years and has been a really awesome friend. She lives like an hour away from my house. With that being said, I put the link to the GoFundMe at the top of the page. If you would like to donate, that would be wonderful. There is a like story to it. And she's had physical therapy once a week. She's been bedridden. A trip to the hospital costs no less than $1,000. And that's just if it's local, she said. And an online friend has started a GoFundMe page for her. So there is the link up there. And if you could be ever so kind to donate. Now, you don't have to donate massive amounts of money. If anybody knows, that's me. I know that I don't have any money and I can't afford to donate, but if you can donate a couple bucks, whatever it takes, whatever you have. you know, you can donate a couple bucks, and every little bit helps, because if you get a massive amount of people donating, then it all adds up. I have not went to the page, so I have no idea how much is on there. And I'm about to go there, so give me a second. Oh, apparently the goal is $50,000, which is extremely high, but right now she has $300. So if you can donate, that would be great. If you can't, no hard feelings. Nobody's gonna be mad at you or upset with you because you didn't donate. But it's something to think about and to help her, because she has helped so many people. And I'm talking like big people, like Roots and Refuge and Stony Ridge Farmer and all of those people. Like Morgan Gold from Goldshaw Farm. She's helped all those people get to where they're going and where they are. So check it out and see if you can donate a couple bucks. Like I said, I'm not one to do this, so it has actually taken me quite a bit of oomph to actually say it on here, because I have been really burned in the past with donating money to somebody because I thought they were going to lose their home, and to find out that they, I don't know, bought a new computer and camera equipment for YouTube and all of that. God, people are just so ridiculous. Like, I can't. Yeah. That's like, oh, I want to go on vacation. I'm going to start a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
I want to visit you, Matt. I'm going to start a GoFundMe.
Come on down.
Just, people are ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And to be deceiving about it is even worse, I think.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that is that. So, what's going on with you? Anything
Not a
new?
whole lot. Just did more peppers. I started a whole new batch of pepper plants because my other ones were starting to produce like tasteless peppers.
Oh, cool.
We'll see see what happens. Because it's crazy hot outside. It's like 102, I think, today.
I'm I don't know why I'm stressed out. Kind of a little bit stressed out. Because I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put my fall garden.
Mm-hmm.
And I already have stuff in the ground. Well, my garden's only so big. So where the hell am I going to put the stuff for the fall garden? And my cucumbers are slowly fading out. By the way, I got about 12 or 13 pounds of cucumbers right now. And I'm like, it's more than what I thought. So today I had to run to the store to get stuff so I can start pickling, because I'm going to pickle them. But I'm just like, holy shnikes. I wasn't expecting that at all, because well, for one, I had so much bug issues. I didn't even think that I was going to get any yield or anything from them. Mm-hmm. And right now they got that cucumber bug virus. You can tell by looking at it. They're all like wilted. It doesn't matter how much you water them. Like, the cucumber bug just annihilates your cucumbers. So yeah, they have that going on. So I'm like, I didn't think I was going to get any cucumbers. I guess it's a rush to hurry up and get as many cucumbers as you can before the cucumber bugs destroy it.
12 pounds, that's a lot. A lot of pickles.
Holy crap. Like, I have mixing bowls, like stainless steel mixing bowls, like the big ones. Mm-hmm. And I have one completely filled of cucumbers. And I don't know, I have another one where I let my cucumbers soak before I put them in the fridge. Mm-hmm. And that's filled up. So I don't know where I'm going to put those cucumbers. They're in the sink right now. So Yeah,
March,
right now
June.
this is the time of year where we're gonna start harvesting a bunch of stuff, and I have no idea what to do with it right now. Like, it's nuts. Shawnee, a little plant here, and their next thing you be done with them in a month. Maybe some bush beans are on the way out, and a cabbage can fit in. Yeah, I planted bush beans already, so those will be coming on at the end of August probably. And then I have other beans that I planted on my trellises, so those are coming on. And then, yeah, if my cucumber plants don't look great by the end of this week, I'm going to rip those out and plant peas down the center. But it's just been nuts. And I don't know if you've seen updates on my Boston Marrow, but it's freaking huge. It rained the other day. Every day it's getting huge, and right now it's about the size of a beach ball. I don't get it. It's like a ginormous. And then I have like 4 other ones on the vine. Yes, Garden State Gardener. Thank you so much. I hope that helps her out. Like I said, I've been so burned with GoFundMe. I promised myself that I would never raise anything for anybody ever again. And I saw that. She messaged me, and I just could not say no. Sherry's been a really good person, and she's been really good to me. She has never caused any drama. She's always listened to me. She's a good person, and I thought that she deserves to get a little help. So if you can help, that's fine. If you can't, don't be upset about it, because really a $50,000 goal is really high. I hope she reaches it.
Yeah.
But it's really high, but I hope she gets enough to just help her with her medical bills, because I know what that's like, to get a bunch of medical bills and then you can't pay them, or it's tough, and things happen with your health, or accidents happen, and when they do happen, it's nice to get help from the community or a community, And I know she's being 100% truthful, because I've actually met her and seen her, and I know that she's not lying. So, yeah. So I just think that she deserves this. So thank you so much, Garden State Gardener, for doing that. I should be starting my fall garden. However, the weather says, nah, relax, you go hard. Yeah, I hear ya. I'm not going to do much of a fall garden this year, because I'm going to have a ton of tomatoes as well. My tomatoes are going to go clear into the fall. And so I got the tomatoes. I'm going to have beans clear into the fall. And then I'm going to plant cabbage, which is something I really want to do because I love cabbage. I'm going to plant cabbage, and I'm going to plant the peas. I was really pissed off in the beginning of the spring when I planted peas, and I realized that I planted the wrong kind. And they were just snow peas. They were really super small, and I didn't get the yield. I think I got 9 pounds, whereas last year I got 20 pounds of peas.
Oh.
So they're really sweet and they're really good. They're just really small. And I just was so mad at myself for not paying attention to that. So this year, when I went to the Independent Food Summit, there is a place down in Amish country called Berlin Seeds, and they had the seeds that I planted last year. And I got a pound of Lincoln peas. Lincoln peas are the best, and they're the best for beginners, and they have a ginormous yield. Well, they did the year before for me, 20 pounds, and it went crazy. I'd never seen so many peas, and I was hauling them for days. So yeah, I planted the wrong peas too. So I'm making a comeback in the fall. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm planting the Lincoln peas in the fall, or for the fall. And by the way, they're frost hardy, so you might actually get like a tastier pea, after the frost or something. So they might actually be even more delicious than they were in the spring. So you don't really know, but I'm willing to try it.
That'd be cool.
Less bug pressure as well in the fall. So if you guys, except for Matt, he's the exception to that rule because he lives in Florida. The fall doesn't really matter to him. But yeah, so if you guys can grow as much in the fall or start it right now, you get less bug pressure and less things going on because the bugs are like getting ready to die. They're like, yeah.
Taste your pea.
I just love the taste of peas. But yeah, so thank you guys for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel. You are going to see a lot of different things from me in the fall because fall is my favorite time of year. And I will probably be temporarily changing my name to the Tomatoes and Tombstones because my husband and I go to a lot of cemeteries. By the way, we just went to a cemetery last weekend. And it was freaking awesome. Like, there was people that had passed away that were in the Revolutionary War, which I thought was super cool because that usually doesn't, like, we don't see stuff like that around here. Like, I would expect to see that in Massachusetts or somewhere closer to the coast, but not usually around here. So we saw a lot of people that had passed away that were in the War of 1776, the War of 1812, and in the Civil War as well. So I thought that was really, really cool. And it was just fun to go around and see their stories, basically. Their tombstones tell a story. So if they died at age 55 and they were in the War of 1776, they didn't live very long after the war. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it was just like really cool, like tombstones that tell a story, and basically the whole part of that cemetery basically settled that town that we were in. So it was really kind of cool to see,
That's really
see that and like think about it. Like, you're new to the area, there is nothing around. And you are just going to give up everything and settle right there. And so there was a lot of hardships and things like that. So that's why we like going to cemeteries, because they tell a really cool story. Imaginary on the imagery. Oh God, I can't read. The imagery on the tombstones will also say something about the person. Yes. And it's funny because one of them said, I can't remember the person's name, but they had a really funky name, and it was like his name, and then it was like Elizabeth, his wife. I'm like, really? Like, I know it was his wife, like you could tell because, her last name, but the way they worded things on the tombstones was kind of funny. Hey, Prepper 101, thank you for coming in. Give up everything and settle right there. I call that getting married. Oh, Lord. You're goofy. But good times. I love going to the cemeteries. And you know what? I found that linkage between us and the Cosmic Cultivators because they also like to go to cemeteries as well. So hopefully we'll see some cemetery videos from them in the fall as well. And we'll kind of maybe do some stuff together, like virtually, because they have really cool cemeteries where they're from, like really old ones. And yeah, so usually if you found a stone with a lamb on it, the person there was very young, a lion, a leader of some sort, and so on and so forth. Yeah, yeah. Old Polish cemeteries are funny. Can't pronounce half of the names. Oh, I know, because there was a couple of them, and my husband, we were driving by, and he's like, pronounce that person's name, and I said blah 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 Solinsky, because you can't understand it. But the only reason why I knew they were Polish is because of this E at the end.
And a very hard to pronounce name.
Oh, I know. I was just like, well, they were definitely Polish, but I can't pronounce their last name. It's kind of funny. Yeah. So I could probably talk about cemeteries the entire time, but I might bore people with my conversation. So, what are you drinking?
The Simply Spiked again.
Oh, are you?
I got a bunch of these. They're buy one get one free the other day, so I got.
Oh.
Pretty good.
What, they like to ski? No Polish. No. You're goofy. That's funny. You know a Polish name when you see it. Just like when you see a German name. You know that they were German. Like, you can definitely tell a Polish name. Yeah, so funny. That's cool that they had those on sale. I have yet to try one, and I've yet to see one in the store. So
I'll have to send you a box.
Yeah. I don't have any alcohol that's cold right now. Otherwise, I'd be drinking. But I don't have. I thought I had something, but I don't. Today was the first day that I set out my vegetable stand. I don't have any vegetables on it yet, but I have eggs in there. So I opened it up and I put my cartons of eggs in there. It's an honorary system.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody steals eggs from me, like, they're gonna get it because I'll not be happy. But yeah, it's an honorary system. Yeah, my stand is out. It's down by the road, and the back portion is made out of chalkboard, so I can write on it and stuff like that. Proper 101. Polish people would cut half or their name when they came to the U.S. So if you saw a name Herman, they knew everyone would never be able to pronounce the rest of it. You gotta be Hermansky. So they made it easy. And yes, that's the same way with the Irish as well. They changed a lot of their names. And so it changed a lot of their names, so it made it harder later on in life to do any kind of ancestry. What is that, Diggs, that you're sharing? I thought a while back about, and I don't know if it would go, but I thought about a while back actually doing a website and raising funds for specific cemeteries. So the money can go to the cemetery for people for the older tombstones that have been broken or need repair. But I never got that far yet. There is a link there, cool, Courtney, that gives the meanings behind the images of. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Garden State Gardener. Yeah, and the funny part about that vegetable stand is that it was completely free. We had already had all the screws. We already had all the wood. I had the paint already because I'm such a weird collector of things. And so everything I already had. So my husband just put it together and bada bing, bada boom, it was done. Only thing I did not have, and it pissed me off, is I had purchased a while back clear chalkboard paint from Rust-Oleum. And it was clear, so anything you could write on wood, or it was kind of cool. So we opened it up and went to use it, and it was solid as a rock. Yeah, so I was kind of mad about that because I don't think I'd ever use it. So yeah, so we had to go and buy more chalkboard paint, and they don't have clear anymore, so I had to use a regular chalkboard black paint. But yeah. But for the most part, everything I had, and I made all my own signs and all of that, so it works out. Well, back in the day, that's what I used to make signs for the flea market and different things like that, and I would sell them at the flea market, so I kind of had all that previous knowledge put together. So tomatoes. I don't have produce out there yet, but I will be having tomatoes hopefully soon. I plan to determinate and indeterminate this year. And I can't remember which is which. Give me a second. Determinate. I think it was determinate. I'm like losing my... Okay, so it was the determinate. Yeah. Okay, so I planted a bunch of determinate tomatoes as well this year because I wanted more space in the garden. So I have the determinate ones that are slowly starting to die off. I have tomatoes on there, and I'm just waiting for them to get ripe. And as soon as those tomatoes are ripe, then I'm going to tear them out because they won't ever grow again. The indeterminate tomatoes will go clear until the fall. So I planted 2 different types. Now, the determinate tomatoes, I don't know why I'm getting these confused, but I am. The determinate tomatoes I planned on selling, and I already had that planned. So hopefully they will do okay. They'll ripen up, and I can put them out there on the stand for anyone to purchase or anyone local to purchase. We'll see. It's my first year doing that, so I don't really know how that's going to work out. So, but we'll see. FYI, if you are new and watching, there is a GoFundMe at the top of the page, and that is for Sherry Holcomb from Two Family Homestead, who had fallen last year, and she cannot walk, and so she needs assistance. So up there is information to her GoFundMe page. They did set the goal to 50,000. Hopefully they make that goal, but any little bit helps. So if you can go up there and click on that and just read it, donate, that would be great. And yeah, I have eggplant out there for the first time as well, that I've successfully grown. So I'm hoping, I'm really, really hoping that it does well.
That'd be cool. Eggplant.
Yeah.
I love eggplant.
Me too. It will be good. So any questions, guys? Any garden questions? Anything going on? Any questions for Matt? Pepper questions? Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. How was the weather there today? Pretty good?
It's pretty hot. Yeah. It's nice out, but it's just really hot. I do have to go after this. So yeah, and I have to water everything really good. I did a video today, but I have also a video of a garden, so it will be coming out tomorrow. And yeah, so we've just been really busy. I've been working really hard in the garden trying to get the max out of everything that I'm growing. My sunflowers have come up and they're looking really, really pretty. And if you do have me on Facebook, you can see those pictures. And if you are a member of Wide Family Farm, you can go on there and you can see those pictures as well, because I think I put them on there. I'm doing a lot of revamping of my page, and I also added under the members only almost all of my interviews that I have done in the past. So if you want to go and check those out, you can. You just have to be a member to do so. I don't know if I'll be doing any interviews in the future. I would like to, so that would probably be something that I'm doing in the fall. I don't really know yet. It just depends on my son's schedule, which will probably be Tuesday through Thursday, right smack in the week. Yes, eggplant is much better than a face plant. That is for sure.
Yes.
So. I'm not getting a lot of eggs this time of year. And I think that is just because it's hot out and they don't feel like laying as much. Usually the spring is the time that I get a ton of eggs all at once. Like I get 8 dozen eggs in like 3 days. I'll get a lot. So.
The birds need air conditioning.
Huh?
The birds need air conditioning.
Yeah, they do. They need a fan. But they were really happy with me because I made cucumber salad earlier, so I held all the scraps from that, and I threw it out in the pasture. Oh my gosh, they were like vultures. Speaking of vultures, I almost hit a vulture today on the road.
Oh,
a turkey vulture? Yeah, it was like in the middle of the road eating something, and I was just driving along. Usually they fly away like as soon as you get close. Nope, not this one. I put my brakes on and it still wouldn't move. Like I beat my horn at it. And finally it got up and flew away.
Determined little thing.
Yeah. I was like, man. Speaking of vultures, I took a picture. I don't know if you saw it. It was a cemetery picture of that mausoleum. As soon as my husband and I drove in that cemetery, there were turkey vultures everywhere, which kind of made it ominous. And as soon as we drove in, they flew on top of that mausoleum. So I'm like, oh my God, I have to take a picture of that. I'm like, really? I'm like, what are the chances of that? It looks like something from like Addams Family or something. It looks awesome. Yeah. So I just had to take a picture of it. So I believe that is on my community tab as well.
It's a great Halloween movie too.
Yes.
Want to scare somebody that never seen a movie like it before? It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, Halloween in that time period is my favorite time of year. But one thing my husband and I want to do is we want to go back to New Hampshire and Salem, but we don't want to go in October. It seemed like a really great idea at first, but when we got there, it was so packed full of people,
tourists,
that you could not see anything. Like anything that was historical, anything that we were really into, you had to wait 45 minutes or longer in line just to see it. And I'm like, that sucks. We did see one of the oldest cemeteries in the world, in the United States, which was really cool. It was like the second oldest in the United States. And
Wow.
I thought that was really super cool. I did wait in line to see that. Like, I wasn't going to just walk past. I waited in line to see that, but for the most part, you had to wait forever to get into everything. So I told my husband, I said, if we go, we're going to go like in May when nobody else goes there. And I didn't realize that when we went, it was like the opening of Hocus Pocus, the second movie. So then everybody also wanted to go to Salem that year. It was like their busiest year ever. It's like, of course I picked that year to go.
Everybody's wearing like costumes too. Probably.
Yes. Everyone was wearing costumes. It was like a giant Halloween party, which was fine. It was fun. But I really wish I would have gone on an off time. Hey, Moon. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Yeah, New Hampshire was a lot of fun, and I absolutely love the Cosmics. Like, I really wish we could have went back this year and hung out because they're awesome. Oh, I just got your message, Moon. Thank you.
Moon's in Miami. You know, it's funny. I never realized that he was actually in Miami. And I'm like, oh, it's all in the name.
No, he's not in Miami. I believe he's in California.
Oh, really? I thought he was. He could have fooled me in some of my videos. I was going to say, man, I could go see Moon. Miami's not that far away.
I've never been that far south.
Okay.
The only farther south I have been is Jupiter, Cocoa Beach. That area. I've never been any further than that. And I don't even consider that southern tip of Florida like.
Mm-hmm. It only gets hotter the further south you go.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's one thing I miss about here sometimes is like this summer has been really weird. And so like when you go outside at night, it's super cool. Whereas typically it feels like Florida sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like it's hot out even in the middle of the night. And it hasn't been like that in a while. So.
It's definitely hotter than normal.
Yeah. My aunt just went back and she had to get some stuff straightened out at her house before she sells it. And I guess she's just miserable there. Like it's so hot. She's had heat warnings and everything else. She can't go outside and she just wants to move back up here so bad, but she has to sell her house first. So
she's in Homosassa, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hot there. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. I can't remember what chat I was in, but someone thought they knew anything and everything about Florida. And they were talking about how you don't swim in the fresh water in Florida. And I'm like, that's interesting because at Crystal River, I don't know if you've ever been to Crystal River, but they have the manatees there. They have it to where you can take a inner tube down the river with the manatees and swim with the manatees.
Mm-hmm. I know it.
And I'm like, they do that all the time in Florida. It's at your own risk. If you see an alligator, well, then I guess you're just SOL.
I jump in all kinds of bodies of water down here. You can. I wouldn't recommend half of them, but eh.
Now, I'm not going to like go to Gatorland and like take a dip.
Gatorland's cool.
Yes. You know what? It's funny. When I was there, I was like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I did appreciate it at the time, but when you're a kid, you miss out on a lot of stuff because you don't pay attention or whatever. now as an adult, I would like to go back because I'd
Yeah.
really like to pay attention. And they had like an alligator you could hold. They had a boa constrictor that you could hold. And when I was younger, hell no, I wasn't going to touch that. I was too scared. Now that I'm older, I'm like, man, I would have totally held that alligator. Its mouth was taped shut with electrical tape. But
Yeah,
I would have still held it.
definitely cool. They're heavy little creatures too. Like even like a 1 foot creature, you wouldn't think it would weigh too much, but they're very heavy.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's a living dinosaur.
Yeah, for real. They are. So I thought that was super cool, but I wish now that I could go back and experience it as an adult.
You should see it now. It's way different. It's bigger.
Yeah. But one thing as an adult, I don't ever want to go back to, and I know I'm going to have to for my son, is Disney World.
Mm.
I don't want to go back as an adult. That is not fun.
No.
It is when you're a kid, but now that when you're an adult and you go back, you're like, yeah. It's just like a bunch of kiddie rides and like it's hot and it's like, but I do love, what is it? The Epcot, and there's another one, Universal Studios. Those
The
two.
tour, yeah. The tour around the world, that's really cool.
Yes, yeah. Epcot was super cool about that. Yeah.
Epcot. They still have the Hershey's tour too, where you can get the actual Hershey bar. Have
Oh,
you done
really?
that? Yeah, you go. I think it's actually in Epcot. You walk around the stairs, and it teaches like the whole history of it. And at the very end, you get like a free Hershey bar.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't
Mhm.
see it when I was there. One thing I loved when I was there, because my mom took me and my husband and my stepdaughter a few
Mhm.
years ago, and then they have Japan there, which I thought was
Yeah.
super cool. And you walk in, and they had these divers that would go down and get a pearl from an oyster and bring it up. They would open the oyster and there would pop out a pearl. So I got a pearl from an oyster, and it's in one of my
Cool.
necklaces. I thought that was so cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
See, I've never seen that. I've seen the Japan place. I actually bought was it sake? It had gold flake. It might have been gold flake sake. I don't know where it even is, but never did get to try it. But yeah, it's so cool when you go in there. You can see all like their authentic like snacks and stuff in the shops. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I love sake, and we went to a for my mom's birthday on the this last weekend. We went to a hibachi place, and the guy's really funny. Like he's like doing these little tricks and like it's funny. And I got this really awesome Japanese wine called Fukui, and it is plum wine. And I thought it was going to be a lot drier than what it was. And when I got it, it was just, oh my gosh. It's not something, it's really sweet. It's just not something I normally would get, but it smelled so delicious. It was so good. And then towards the end, he had this bottle of sake that he would squirt into everybody's mouth. And of course, I'm not going to say no. So he's squirting sake in my mouth, and I don't think he understood me, but I waved my hand like this to get him to stop. And he kept going, like my entire mouth was like, I'm like, I can't even swallow this. It was funny, but it was really good sake.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. It definitely is tasty. You gotta
So
make me
who's
go to
go
Disneyland
ahead.
again. I want to go to Disneyland again now.
Yeah.
World, whatever it is. I was just in Disney World or Land, whatever. One in California.
I've never been to the one in California.
It's pretty neat. It's very busy.
Yeah. Totally forgot what I was going to say. Who's all here still? I got 8 people watching. Who's in the house? It looks like Gear has Bush Sugar watermelon. So if you guys want to check out his channel, he has some watermelons.
Diggs. My chat stopped working again.
Uh-oh.
Every time.
I wasn't here. Just
Boom. Joe. Is Joe doing, what is it? Not DoorDash. Why do I always think DoorDash? Uber tonight?
Uber.
He used to get some really good ones. When he used to hand out the peppers. I want to send Joe a box of peppers and just have them just for Uber rides.
Yeah.
And just start handing them out.
Is there like some magical trick to watermelon gear that I don't know about? Because my watermelon out there, I have buds all over it and zero watermelon. I've just been working on how I'm going to do the next 2 to 4 videos. Yep.
Ubering in
Just
10
keep
minutes.
just keep producing videos and keep putting them out there. I am seriously, guys, like 20 away from 1,700 subscribers, which I've been waiting for. So it's okay, Rebel. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for still being a member to my channel.
Hey.
I don't know yet, Corky. Let you know if this, yeah, like I don't get it. Like I don't understand it. Like my squash is doing good. My pumpkins, I got squash, but there's just nothing on my watermelon. And I don't know, do they have a male and a female flower like a squash or a pumpkin does? Because if that's the case, I only have male flowers on my watermelon. I don't know. I know nothing about watermelon.
I've always wanted to try growing one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it would do good down there in the blazing heat.
I think it actually would. It might actually really like your soil. So do some research, because every time I go to Florida, they have vegetable stands with like
that's right.
watermelons and
Our watermelons do come from Florida. That's right. I forgot.
so you know.
Yeah. Might have to try it. I'll cross it with like a pepper. Be a spicy watermelon.
Yeah, I'm hoping it works out too. Now I'm curious to see if watermelon has a male or female flower. By the way, I have 14,000 views in the last 28 days. So thank you guys for watching my content. I really appreciate it. I did an accountability video, weigh-in video, and it reached 1.6. So I was pretty happy with that. The one previous to that was 5K. So I was like, oh, so happy. I used potting soil, raised bed soil, black perlite, Epsom salt, blood meal, lots more bone meal, some peat moss, stirred it all up, and added more bone meal. Oh, okay. Okay. Does watermelon...
Watermelon plants are monoecious. Both male and female are on the same plant.
Oh.
Okay. I think I said that right. Monoecious. Doesn't necessarily mean the type of watermelon, though. It's kind of vague.
Okay, so they do have a male and female. I'm thinking about going out there and just taking a male flower off and just pollinating the shit out of everything with it. Because I don't understand why it's not getting watermelon. But then again, I haven't really examined it too much either. So I haven't seen if any of my flowers are actual female. I haven't got down on the ground and looked at them. They're real small. They're only like this big. So with my squash ones, they're really recognizable because the female has that huge bump behind it. So, did you get a new hose? Yes, we didn't get a new hose. My husband cut off the part that he hit with the lawnmower and then just reattached it. So he just had to get like a hose, some hose part kit thing, and reattached it.
Very smart.
A never grown watermelon bigger than like a softball size before. Really hopeful. Yeah, we still have a few months away before fall, so I'm thinking I'll get something at least. Yeah, he got a hose clamp. Yeah. Hose connector. Thank you, Gare. I couldn't think of the name, but yeah, it's fixed now, where before it was not fixed. And there was no point in me going out there to try to water anything because it was a trickle. It's like horrible. Yeah. Hose connection. Hose connection. Yeah. That sounds like a title to my next show. Dinner time. I'm leaving this run while I eat. Okay, Diggs, that's fine.
See you, Diggs. Or see it. Well, you'll hear us.
Those $70 no kink heavy duty hoses, meh. After the first year, yeah, everyone has told me that too.
You're talking about the
Oh,
ones
nice
that
carrot. Make sure you
shrink
do
up.
a video. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You talking about the hoses that shrink up when you turn them off?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, those things are. Yeah.
Make sure you do a video, Gear, because you never know. If I have somebody drop out, you could have the biggest carrot. So we had an Italian chicken broccoli and butter noodles and an apple. I had Wendy's earlier. By the way, Wendy's right now has a biggie meal for $6 or $5 or something. And you get a double stack, a thing of French fries, and a 4-piece nugget and a drink, all for $5.
Sounds so good.
Yes. So I bought me and my husband one, and I bought Fred a 4-piece nugget, and I came home, and that's what we ate. No, not the shrink hoses. Oh, okay. Okay, so they aren't the shrink hoses. They're what you think is the expensive hose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was told that those are crap, but we have one of those at work. Don't like that either. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't work at all.
Yeah, apple crisp sounds so yummy. By the way, when I was younger and in primary school, when they would make food, they would make a cherry crisp. Like it would go on your tray. It's freaking delicious. I am all about cherry crisp. Wonderful. Instead of the toothbrush, use the other tool that vibrates. Happy plants mean better germination. Interesting. I wasn't going to use a toothbrush. I was just going to use a Q-tip. Sorry, plant. You're not going to get overstimulated with me. They would be so funny seeing someone. Yes, it would. Yeah. For when drunk vacationers crap all over the toilet in the bathroom. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drunk vacationers. Interesting.
Yeah. Talking about me?
Matt, don't crap all over the toilet seat. Oh, Lordy.
Anybody send any poop to anybody?
No,
No? Anybody in the chat?
I've thought about it. I have a whole list I would love to send some crap to.
Did anybody get any elephant dung?
Anybody get the variety pack?
Or the big truckload for, what was it, $180?
Damn.
I couldn't even be mad if someone actually sent me that. I would not get mad. I would laugh. And then it's like,
And it all comes in like a weird package. You're like, what is this? You open it up, you reach in to grab the card, and you're like, Yes.
Why? It'd be really cool if they put it in like fancy packaging. Like let's say someone wanted like a new iPhone, put it in like an iPhone box, and they get all excited. It's a big right in the middle. That'd be
I'm already thinking about that.
yeah. Someone needs a new cell phone or a new TV or something. That'd be great.
Put it in a TV box.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Mwahaha. All right. That sounds good. Sounds good.
What, poop?
No, your drink. It just sounded like because of pouring. Oh, not poop. You're killing me. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for being members of my channel. If you are looking at your membership and it is running out, please consider staying a member of my channel. It is 99 cents a month. That's $12 a year. And I give out a lot of information. So, and it's a lot of fun to be a member of Wide Family Farm. So if you see that your membership is running out because you got a freebie, you know, consider being a member and consider, you know, the 99-cent option. It is 99 cents a month. So if you are not already a member, you want to continue being a member, just hit the link to become a member. It's a lot of fun. I haven't been going live as of lately because honestly, it's summertime and no one's here. Like, everybody's busy. Man, I'm getting somebody that's coming in here. Like, okay, I'm at 8 people right now, but before I was at 10. It keeps jumping back and forth. Like, somebody is really interested in what I'm saying, and they're jumping back and forth. So there was 8 people watching, and then it jumped to 10. Then it was at 11, and I'm not getting anybody commenting. So who are you?
Speak up.
Speak
up.
Goofies.
Be afraid. Do.
Lurkers, speak up.
Lurkers, speak up. Exactly.
Lurkers, speak up.
Come on.
So, okay, I've been on for an hour, Matt. I'm going to cut this because I have to get my son because it sounds like he's bouncing off the walls. That's what makes this really hard is my son has found ways to get into things when I'm live. He doesn't just watch TV. He like pulls the clicker off of the lamp or does something funky. So that's not, I thank God he doesn't have crayons because then it'd be crayons all over the wall or something. So he finds things to do that is not necessarily watching TV. So, you guys, I have, this was just a random live, but I will get more of a schedule after I find out my son's school schedule and stuff like that. So I'll be more consistent. And what else? I can't think right now. But I want to thank you guys all for coming in. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Thank you, Matt, for coming up, hanging out. I really appreciate, like I said, you guys have no idea. If you're still a member, of my channel, I really appreciate you because there's just been so much drama. I can't take it anymore. So thank you guys for still being members to my channel. And I hope you are enjoying. I'm putting out a lot more video content, so I really hope you enjoy my videos. And we will see you next time. I don't know about going live Wednesday, but I probably will Friday night. So if you're interested in coming up Friday night, come and hang out. So we will see you all next time, and you have a good night.
See ya.
Bye, y'all.